Right now, somewhere, a coffin is being lowered into the ground. In 1 hour, you'll forget this video exists. But the body inside, it's just getting started. Hour 1, the body is still warmer than the soil around it. Within hours, the muscles lock. This is rigor mortis, the body turning rigid as a board. Day 1, the clock keeps going. Nobody outside knows what's happening 6 feet down. Day 3, bacteria already living inside the body take over completely. They start producing gas. The body bloats. The skin changes color. This is normal. This happens to everyone. Here's the part nobody tells you. Sometimes the gas pressure is strong enough that the body actually moves. Some old cemetery workers say they've heard sounds coming from fresh graves. This is why. Week 2. The smell would be unbearable if anyone could reach it down here. The skin starts to loosen everywhere. And this creates one of the strangest illusions in the entire process. It looks like the hair and nails are growing. They're not. The skin is shrinking back, exposing more of them. An optical illusion the body performs on itself, with nobody watching. Week 3. Soft tissue is disappearing fast now. Muscles, organs, fat, all breaking down. Month 1. The coffin is no longer empty space and a body. It's becoming one substance. Above ground, the earth starts to notice. The dirt mound begins sinking instead of rising. Why? Because everything that was filling that coffin is leaving it. The ground is just following the body down. Month 3 to 6. Almost all soft tissue is gone. What's left is something much older than you. Here's the wild part. Your teeth survive almost everything. Teeth can outlast bone by thousands of years. Archaeologists dig up teeth from people who lived before written history. The rest of them is gone. The teeth remain. Year 1. The skeleton is fully exposed now. The ligaments holding it together are starting to fail. Year 2 to 3. The bones start separating from each other. The skeleton stops looking like one thing. The coffin itself is usually gone by now. Wood doesn't last as long as people think. But here's where it gets interesting. What happens next depends entirely on where in the world you're buried. In dry desert soil, like parts of Egypt or Arizona, bodies barely decay at all. The dryness mummifies them naturally. Some desert burials from thousands of years ago are still intact today. The sand did what embalming chemicals try to do. Now go to a peat bog in Ireland or Denmark and everything flips. The acidic, oxygen-starved water preserves skin and hair, but dissolves bone. Somewhere, someone might eat a vegetable grown in soil that used to be a stranger. They'll never know. It happens constantly, to everyone, forever. Bone gone. Skin still there. The opposite of what happens almost everywhere else on Earth. Now picture tropical soil. Hot, humid, full of microorganisms. There, the entire process we just described happens in weeks, not years. Heat speeds everything up. Cold slows it down. Siberian permafrost graves stayed frozen for 10,000 years. Scientists have found frozen mammoths from the Ice Age with meat still intact enough that wolves tried to eat it. The cold doesn't forget. So burial isn't one story. It's a different ending depending on the ground beneath you. Sand, bog, jungle, or ice. But what about the people who skip burial completely? What does fire actually do that the ground doesn't? Cremation runs at around 1,600 degrees Fahrenheit. In about 2 hours, it does what soil takes a decade to finish. What's left isn't ash from skin or muscle that burns away completely. What's left is bone, ground down into the powder people scatter. So when people scatter ashes into the ocean or off a mountain, they're scattering bone. That's the part of you that survives fire. Burial or fire, the ending looks different, but the direction is the same. Your matter doesn't stay the shape it was. Year 5. Back in ordinary soil, the bones are now porous, lightweight, breaking down grain by grain. This is also when most cemeteries quietly start planning to reuse the plot. Not because anyone did anything wrong, because the ground doesn't wait. 10 years, 20 years. In acidic regions, this is often when the bones finish dissolving completely. The grave becomes hollow. So where did you actually go? Your atoms didn't disappear. They left the grave one molecule at a time and joined something else. A tree root nearby absorbs minerals that used to be part of you. The tree grows a little because of it. A worm passes through the soil that used to be your skin. A bird eats that worm. A bird made partly out of you, flying somewhere right now. Within 100 years, pieces of you will have passed through more living things than you ever met while alive. Some of your carbon could end up in a tomato in someone's garden. Some of your calcium could end up in a bird's eggshell. Somewhere, someone might eat a vegetable grown in soil that used to be a stranger. They'll never know. It happens constantly, to everyone, forever. You didn't vanish. You stopped being one shape and became 1,000 smaller ones. Every atom in your body right now once belonged to something else too. A star that exploded, an ocean, a dinosaur maybe. You're not original matter. You're borrowed matter, briefly arranged into you. When the arrangement ends, the matter doesn't end. It just gets rearranged again. It always has been. That's not nothing. That's just not what you expected an ending to look like. The ground never finished you off. It just finished turning you into everything else.